Hello, humans. Hello, people. Hello, everyone. I realized, so I realized that for this recording that I did, which I'll be talking a little bit more about this in a little bit about recording a crime scene cleaner gameplay of the first episode, first scene, whatever you want to call it. And I am talking about my audio issues. But what I just realized, and I don't know if it is just that over time when I'm not using it, my microphone that I use to record just likes to rotate itself. I don't know, but there's a front and a back to this microphone, and if you don't pay attention to the writing on it, you don't really know because it's, one of those kind of microphones that's cylindrical, so, you know. But yeah, I learned the hard way that this is why all my recordings sounded so quiet, because I maxed out the volume on my computer, not realizing what a silly goof. It was like I was talking into the mics, but my head was turned around. So no wonder why it seems so quiet. Um, so it's kind of really funny that I talked about how I had kind of failed at this video recording while also still failing at the audio mixing, because I didn't know how my microphone worked. But you know what? Again, you'll hear me say this at the end of this video. Lessons learned, and I learned them quite quickly again. But hopefully this will be my own reminder how to actually properly set up things. Now I know where my challenges were. I need to actually use my eyeballs in addition to my ear balls, if that makes any sense. I just make things up sometimes as I go. So, so enjoy the rest of this recording, hopefully. You live and you learn, and I'm not perfect. No one is. But I am doing my best to find the joy in recording, because it's something to be excited about. And I want to record more. But unfortunately, my real life takes up a lot of my time. So I record when I can, when I get excited to, when I get motivated to, and when I find something fun to play. So, yeah. And now you'll get back to the rest of this video. Hello, internet people. So I had previously started playing Crime Scene Cleaner. I believe I got it on sale through one of the Steam sales. I think it was a Steam summer sale. And I went to go record a playthrough of the first episode, or I guess, yeah, you could probably call it an episode, the first area that you end up cleaning in the game. And it was a lot bigger than I anticipated, but the problem that I ran into, and I tell you this, I tested the audio before I started playing, and I thought it was fine. I go to play back the finished recording, which I ended up recording for like an hour because I kept getting lost trying to find all the collectibles. And I ended up having really bad audio mixing, and the game audio was way too loud. I did manage to get like one pretty good clip, which I'll show here. They're doing the Harlem Shake. Make it stop. And that was, that was pretty funny. So that was the one thing I figured I could share out of that, failed recording. But I decided, while the recording is playing, removed the audio and I'm just playing it in fast speed while I tell you about another failure of mine. So I'm gonna tell you all about my very first kiss, my very first experience kissing another person. So It was my first relationship with someone in person, because prior to this, I had only really had dated online. I was very nervous and very new to dating, and I was kind of rejected a lot in high school because people were very image focused, and I was pretty heavy set, and I didn't have a lot of self respect. So I didn't really portray the idea of attractiveness, I guess. Even though I knew, I mean, at the time I didn't know, but I should have known at the time that I was a beautiful and great person. But anyways, I didn't really start getting into dating until I started trying online dating and finding people that were actually close to me after some failed online dating attempts. So anyways, this is the first guy I ended up getting together with on this online dating app. And he lived a town over from me, and he seemed kind of chill. He was a little bit awkward, but I gave him a shot, all right? And I think it was probably like our second or third date. I'm pretty sure there was plenty of red flags, and this definitely was my first one, but I was honestly a little bit desperate for like relationships and love, I guess, so I kind of overlooked it. But our second or third date, he invited me to come over to his place, which was really his bedroom at his parents' place, and we watched a movie together. And honestly, I think it was like some sort of stupid kids movie. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just silly, like kind of a feel-good type of thing. So it was very light material, but I also kind of had a feeling, just knowing the whole like Netflix and chill thing, I was definitely like anticipating this person is probably gonna want to like kiss me at some point. And mind you, we're in his bedroom and on his bed. And, you know, I wasn't gonna let things just, you know, go a certain way that night because I felt like a proper lady, okay? But when the movie came to an end, he did lean over. Well, I wouldn't even really say he leaned over to kiss me. We were both laying down on our backs in the bed, and he just kind of almost jumped onto me a little bit and just gave me these like pecking kisses, like he was a bird trying to peck at food. That's what it really felt like. And I just didn't know what to expect. Like at first I was like, oh my God, I'm getting my first kiss. This is so exciting. And then it quickly turned into, what is he doing? 'Cause I may not have been kissed before, but this just doesn't seem right. And then after his several pecks, he stopped. And I guess, I don't know, I was probably smiling or whatever, because again, I was new to this, and I was like, oh my gosh, he really likes me. This is such a new thing for me. Yeah, just, our relationship didn't last long because it took me about 4 months to realize, this is not what I really wanted. This guy was just really honestly a loser. He kept talking about wanting, you know, being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get out of my parents' house, blah, 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 but like, he just never really put in the effort for it. And I mean, like, I have respect for wanting it and like trying to get out of it, and it's not really easy, but he literally was putting in like zero effort to try and get to that when he complained about it so much. There was one of the jobs that he ended up working was like at like some burger joint, and I remember I would come over to hang out with him after he got like back from his job, and he just smelled like the grease from like cooking the burgers, and it was so disgusting to me. I have learned that I have a very, very sensitive sense of smell. So that obviously didn't help me in any regard, but he would come home or, you know, come to his parents' house, and I'd come over and he would try to be all up on me. And I'm like, you need to shower because I don't like the way you smell right now. You need to get away from me and go shower. Yeah, he was something, all right. I'm glad I wisened up, but basically, to kind of explain how we ended up ending things is like with him, kind of related to the whole him wanting to get out of his parents' place and stuff, and just, sometimes we kind of got into fights about it a little bit. And I just, like, I was trying to suggest ideas to help him out, and not saying you need to do this, but I'm, suggesting, like, hey, do you think this would help, or something along those lines. And again, I was still new to, like, relationships, so there may have been things that I said wrong or did wrong, but, like, regardless, the way he reacted to that was just calling me, like, the B word and saying I'm so controlling and this and that, when it was very much not the case. And I was trying to be nice about it, and he just wanted to call me these names and disrespect me. And I just, like, he had done this, like, maybe a couple times before, and I finally wisened up, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be talked to like that anymore, and I just don't think this relationship is worth it anymore. And he, like, took it kind of hard, and like, he was very quick to, like, just cut it off a little bit, and he was just like, oh, whatever, And then, like, a little while later, he was like, you left some of your stuff, like, at my place. Like, do you want me to drop it off to you? And again, I didn't really want to see this guy, so I just but I just felt a little bit bad, so I was like, sure, whatever. He ended up, like, just dropping it off in front of, like, the place I was living at, and just didn't say a word. And I went out to go find the stuff that I left behind, which was, like, literally, like, a t-shirt and, like, a charger, I guess. Like, nothing really that was important or significant to me, but that's, like, what was left there. And yeah, I don't know, man. It was definitely something interesting, but we all learn from these things and our mistakes, I guess. And, I feel like, we all have to live those kind of experiences of bad relationships to truly know what it's like to have a good relationship and know how to be treated. It's a good way to, I don't know, like, it's a learning process. It's part of life, right? It's just crappy when it happens, though, right? So, yeah, I guess I just wanted to kind of share this story of another fail while I ended up having this failure of a recording. Kind of, sort of, but I do plan on playing some more Crime Scene Cleaner. And, the other thing, too, is I was taking a really long time towards the end of the level, kind of 100% that level as much as I could. I didn't get it perfect, but I got very close, and I was happy with that. So it was a little bit disappointing to find out that the audio was all screwy, so. But anyways, I will be coming back to that game, and I thought this would be kind of somewhat of a whatever start to it, and I'm just gonna, the next time I record it, I'm just gonna go straight to the second scene, and actually authentically test out my audio before I actually start recording a full video. So lessons learned. That's the lesson today, is lessons learned. So, thank you for tuning in, and, I don't know exactly when I will be making the next video for this, but I hope to do it pretty soon. And yeah, I just want to make some more videos. I don't know how much gaming content I'm going to be putting up here, because I have to be honest in that sometimes, even just starting out, trying this stuff out, doing gaming recordings would often make me not want to come back to the game, but I realized later, like, I just need to know which games I genuinely am going to enjoy playing on, like, on a recording versus the things that I want to be able to play on my off time just for me. So, another learning experience, But again, thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye.